Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome on into the Tuesday episode here of the Payoff Pitch. I'm, of course, Jason. He's, of course, the Hockey Squirrel. We're going to talk today's MLB slate and give you guys some winners along the way. This show started off with excitement. Right when I hit the button to go ahead and start the live stream, bing, 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 people are liking this stream. Go ahead and hit that like button, guys. That's what we're here for. Mash that like button and let us know. Get excited. We call it first inning. We call it quick hits. Let's get Squirrel's opening thoughts on this Tuesday. What's going on, Squirrel?
Hey, man. Coming off a nice day yesterday, 2-1-1, so I had a push, but still picked up a unit and a half. The free pick absolutely crushed on that Toronto Blue Jays. I think quite a few of my leans cashed there as well. Sounds like you had a good day. Up for the month there, around nearing 4 units profit for me for the first 2 weeks of the month anyway. Been a little bit of back and forth, but really... being up anything's great, and I have a goal of at least ending up 10 plus units for the end of the month here, so that will be my goal moving forward. I've been very much enjoying low volumes, so you'll notice probably in the days and weeks to come that I only give out maybe 1 or 2 plays here and there as official bets anyway that I'm actually putting my money on, because I really only have 3 that I'm giving to my members. But I've been happy going 2-1 or 3-0 and just making like the most solid plays I can find and playing low volume. It's made me happy anyway. It's been making me money too. So
Love the sound of that. Love to hear your goals. I think you're going to go well above that. You're already off to a nice start. You seem to be picking up some nice, little traction. Don't worry about only maybe giving out one bet. You obviously give out tons of leans, and as you said, your leans are popping too. So maybe people, it's up to their own discretion if they want to go ahead and bet those. Man, I had a good night, as you said last night. What about Mitch Keller? What about the cash cow, fellas? Hit that like button for the cash cow. Oh. Doesn't matter how you fade that bum. Mitch Keller will always help you put money in your pocket. And of course, he stayed under 4.5 strikeouts. Sorry you didn't get the win there, Squirrel. Ah, man.
Yeah, I went up 5-0 on that plus 160, and I was like, oh, it was looking good. And then all of a sudden, 7-5, and my win balloon deflated hard. I was like,
well, what the hell are they doing running Mitch Keller out there for the 6th inning? You could see it. They were starting to get to him, add the hits. The runs weren't coming, but you could see the hits coming. And boy, running him out for that 6th inning to let Goldschmidt lead off with a double, then I think the next batter either gets a single or a walk, can't quite remember, and then he gets the hook. That's just bad managing. You don't lose. You're the Pirates. You don't win a lot of games. You got to win those games when you're up, in that position after 5 innings. Just absolutely terrible managing right there. I'll tell you one other thing about Mitch Keller. And I pulled out my phone last night on BetUS and tried to live bet it. I tried to live bet what was going to be the first pitch in each batter's plate appearance, because I noticed last week when we took over, 4.5 Ks and he got the cash against the Tigers, and I noticed it again last night. He is almost first pitch balled like every batter, and I tried to live bet what was going to be the outcome of the first pitch, but nobody was offering that. That's unfortunate, because that could be a cash cow within a cash cow right there. So yeah, there's great cash in Mitch Keller. We got Christian Walker. How about that? Nice plus 460 cash with Christian Walker hitting home run off Mike Minor. That one felt good. And then, of course, our 2-unit play in that same game there with those Reds going over their team totals. Just a nice day. I'm going to go ahead and do a free giveaway. Love the support from you guys. I absolutely love it. This show would not be as good if it wasn't for each and every single one of you, so I want to go ahead and pay it back. Let's go ahead and whoever can drop this answer in the comment section, I'll pay you via PayPal only. Whoever can come up with this answer. First right-handed pitching, who's got the worst batting average in the last 10 days? First right-handed pitching. Which team's got the worst batting average versus right-handed pitching in the last 10 days? Whoever can come up with that answer first will get $50 from me. Let's go ahead and move it over to the 2nd inning. We call it around the bases. We'll talk about a couple of games. Which one do you want to talk about, Squirrel?
I have a couple, but I got to be honest with you. I guess, this is maybe belongs in the 1st inning where it would have been like opening thoughts on today, but I don't know about you. I kind of found it a little hard to find plays, a little hard to find value. I mean, I have some that I really do like. There's 3 on my full card at hockeysquirrel.com today, one of which I will give out, and that free play today, one of the best anyway, is continuing on with the run line tradition of the last week or two. I've been doing very well on them, and that's going to be targeting the Boston Red Sox today against, well, a horrible Oakland Athletics offense that's bottom of the barrel down there with the Detroit Tigers. But moreover is the starter Jared Koenig, who has only had one MLB game. I think it was against the Atlanta Braves. Gave up 4 or 5 runs in 4 innings, got hit around pretty good, and you're putting Boston Red Sox at home. You're giving me a brand new, basically, debut pitcher, his second game, and the worst offense in the entire league, and Nick Pivetta has a strikeout total of under 6.5, and for good reason, because his Athletics are using wet noodles for bats. I mean, it's like bad, dude. That's just, and basically, as we were looking at odds, what book was it? I don't remember. One of them we found plus 100 even money when all the other books are minus 115 or minus 120. I think those are the best odds out there right now. But even if you played at minus 115, I don't mind it. I just think that that's going to be a very likely game for you to cash a unit on.
Yeah, I see the Red Sox cruising for all the advantages you mentioned on, so I like that pick right there. Before I get into my first game of the day, I'll piggyback on what you said. When I first looked at the slate, I thought there were going to be some good betting opportunities, but then when I start digging into the numbers, those betting opportunities kind of went bye-bye and vanished relatively quick. So we'll of course talk about those, as we go along here. But yeah, it was. I'm with you. Maybe it wasn't the easiest of all slates, and when you first maybe give it a glance. But what I do think is going to be a nice easy cash for us is in that Orioles Blue Jays. I like over 9 runs at even money. Obviously, this bet cash yesterday. Blue Jays did it all in themselves, and I think you'll get a similar performance today. You got the Blue Jays. They're still top 3 offense versus right-handed pitching. They're going to get Jordan Lyles today. This guy should just serve up home runs here in the Rogers Center to these Blue Jays. It's what they do at home. And you add in Jordan Lyles, who's a fly ball pitcher. Boy, the ball should just be going off the bats here today. And then I think the Orioles will also contribute. This is an Orioles team that sits top 5 in Major League versus left-handed pitching over the course of the last 10 days. They'll get Kikuchi. Remember what they did last time? We backed these Orioles against a left-hander, Daniel Lynch, in that series against the Royals. We got a cash in that F5 when they walked it off there in those first 5 innings. I don't know if they'll hit Kikuchi as hard, but I don't see why they can't get 2 runs off Kikuchi, through maybe 6 innings. Your Blue Jays will then chip in with anywhere north of 8 or so. But then I think these bullpens, obviously we've talked about these bullpens, both bullpens sit in the bottom half. Blue Jays are in the upper teens. Orioles are in about the low 20s across all the categories. So
like second worst in the last 2 weeks. Orioles are second worst, right below the Kansas City Royals. So the thing to love about that is the Blue Jays offense is absolutely number 1 on top of everything. The only team to have one more run than them is the Atlanta Braves. Otherwise, they've brought in 89 runs in the last 2 weeks against 90 to the Braves. Absolutely crushing it. And as you said, I mean, even yesterday, they very much proved to everybody that they can cash an over on their own. To add to that same play, something that I don't think you particularly look at, but I like to line up everything. There is, for whatever reason, I don't know what the hell you would possibly see in the Baltimore Orioles, but for whatever reason, there is sharp action coming in on that money line of the Orioles, which would speak to the fact that someone out there somewhere is expecting the Orioles to bring in runs, which if 4 and over, that's what we care about, then we know that the Blue Jays are going to score. They're the number 1 offense against a horseshit bullpen. So if the Orioles are going to score, then why would you not take an over in this game? Just my 2 cents, but I love the pick. It's something that, I sit here and look at all these stats, and so I can chip in and second that.
Yeah, I love when you bring that, especially that angle to it. So like that the public, or not the public, but maybe some sharp money is coming on those Orioles, because that would, as you said, suggest run. So love that right there. And they're coming in, and the money's probably coming on the Orioles because they have a top 5 offense versus left-handers. They should do some damage against Kikuchi. This is a guy who's had a little bit of regression over his last couple of starts. So, all right, let's go Orioles. Let's get it done. You want me to go ahead and talk about another game, or do you want one?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay, I'll keep it here in the second inning around the bases. I'll go ahead and talk about the Padres today They're going up against the Chicago Cubs. Let's go ahead and do this Padres F5 run line. So we're going to take that spread of minus 0.5. So obviously they've got to be leading at the end of the 5 innings. You can get that at even money over on BetUS. So we'll get that at even money. Look, the Cubs have the second worst batting average versus left-handed pitching. They've got the worst on-base percentage. They got the second worst slugging percentage. And then they're also dead last in terms of drawing walks versus left-handed pitching. You got Sean Manaea on the mound here for the Padres. Love this kid, 6'5". Love his ball trajectory. He's got a just nice high angle. The ball comes out. Love it. Cubs are just struggling against left-handed pitchers. So obviously love that. And then you've got the Padres going up against Kyle Hendricks. Guy's just not very good. He's just an average starter nowadays, right? He's like a number 3, number 4 starter. That's who Kyle Hendricks is. So Padres, I said about middle of the pack, offensive wise versus right-handed pitching, but we're really going to target this Cub team really struggling versus left-handed pitching. Got a good, nice guy here on the mound here in Manaea. So give me that Padres F5 run line. We'll go ahead and do that one at even money.
Yeah, when I talk about everything needing to line up for me wanting to make a pick on something, this is one of them that, from 2 different angles, it's going 2 different ways. Like when I look at the stats, I see a Cubs team that actually is outdoing offensively a little bit than the Padres, but the Padres bullpen is significantly better. So,
yes.
And what's weird to me is, like, other than the wind at Wrigley Field today, I understand, like, maybe 13 miles an hour out or something. Probably pretty hot, right? You said, I mean,
we got a heat warning in Chicago. It should be almost 100 today. Woo.
Yeah, we have one up here in Minnesota as well, man. It's crazy hot. Like, I think the heat index supposed to be like 105. But to have an over-under of 11, like, do you understand this? Like, what the hell? Dude, it just, I don't know, it was 10 and the 10.5, and now it's 11. Is that warranted? I mean, honestly, do you see 12 runs in that game?
I think the Padres bullpen is going to keep the runs down, and I think their starter is going to keep the runs down. I can't see 11 runs happening in that game.
I can't either. I would have to go under 11. I mean, generally when a line is higher, like, there's another 11 game on the board today, and it's the Rockies and the Guardians. I would rather take an over at the Rockies than I would with the Cubs and the Padres. I mean, if I had to play an over 11, I'm going to do it at Coors Field. I'm not going to do it in Chicago with the Padres. I don't know. So I guess that would be my angle on that game, but
I like it. Let's shut up and give these guys some pitching props. Before we do that, let's go ahead and give away $50. We got an answer to the question. Which team has the worst batting average in the last 10 days versus right-handed pitching? My man Ty got it right. Ty, he said the Giants. Those are right. There's a reason we cashed that Royals F5 bet yesterday. The Giants are hitting 184 right now versus right-handers. So Ty, hit me up on Twitter, man, and I'll send you $50. It's at Winning Bets Pod. It's at Winning Bets Pod. Let's go ahead now and keep the train rolling with some pitching props. You got one on you want to go ahead and give out?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm hearing you like double. Like for what? I don't know what's happening. I don't know if that's going out to the broadcast or just my computer only, but super strange. You're like everything you're saying is coming through twice. It's really weird. I was looking at Nick Pivetta. I already talked about him a little bit, and this would go to back up my Red Sox play, but the Athletics just absolutely terrible in terms of batting, and I think that there's a good reason why it's over 6.5. You're getting plus 115, I think it was on that bet, and he's only seen basically everybody on that roster 5 to 8 at bats roughly, but he's struck almost everybody out like 3 times already through the. Oh, okay. Must just be my computer then. I don't know. I'll deal with it for the rest of the show for the audio issues. But yeah, that was one of the things I found though is the line seems high, but I would go over 6.5 strikeouts for Pivetta against the league's worst offense.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and stick with this Padres versus Cubs game. Maybe we go ahead and back Manaea there for under 5.5 hits at plus 115. Talked about how those Cubs are obviously struggling versus left-handed pitching. To go along with that, Manaea's also cashed this in 7 of his 11 starts where he's allowed the opponent to stay under 5.5 hits. So if you want to go ahead and get that one's a good plus money, plus 115 over on BetUS. I like another one, guys. Let's not be scared. Let's go back to a losing pick yesterday, but we don't let bad results get us off good bets. What about Trevor Rogers? They're the Miami Marlins. What about under 5.5 Ks at plus 105. Everybody remembers I gave this bet out last week. We did under 4.5 Ks. He had like 5 Ks through 3 innings. Well, he only ended that game with 5, so he came out on fire, and then he certainly tailed off. Look, this bet has cashed in 10 of his 11 starts, so even though we got burned on his last one, that's what I mean, guys. Let's not let a bad result get us off a good bet. It's cashed in 10 of his 11 starts. It only missed versus the Brewers, who are one of the top teams in terms of striking out. The Phillies, they're about middle of the pack versus left-handed pitching, and they rocked him back in April. He only went like 2 innings pitched, gave up tons of runs, tons of hits. Yeah, the Phillies are good right now versus left-handers. I like Trevor Rogers to stay under 5.5 Ks, and you can get that one at plus 105. Did you have another one, Squirrel?
For pitching props, no. I have 2 batter props, just the one pitching though.
Okay, cool. All right, well, let's go ahead now and move to the 4th inning. Long shots. What underdog you think can get a win today?
This one sounds crazy. I capped it yesterday and came to the conclusion that this game was pretty 50-50 offensively, and I ended up taking the first 5 innings with Alcantara on the Marlins at slight underdog odds. I ended up getting the push as it was 1-1 at the end of 5. Marlins ended up losing the game, full game anyway, so I'm glad I didn't take the full game money line. But all the money that I'm seeing is coming in on the Phillies, yet the line for the Marlins is falling backwards, which to me shows reverse line movement. It's strange that you would have such a significant amount of the dollars on the Phillies, and yet the Marlins are moving closer to being even. As far as offensive analysis goes, it's not going to change really from yesterday being pretty 50-50 in most categories. So the only thing that's changing is the starting pitching, and now I'm getting a plus 130 or plus 125, and it has fallen from where it started pretty sharply. So if you take a look at the head-to-head batting against the pitching of Trevor Rogers and the guys that are in the Phillies lineup, he's done quite well, I think, against them not only, but I think there's a few guys that have done particularly well against Eflin also. So I think if I had to take an underdog shot on anything, which I don't think there are very many viable options for underdogs today, at least, you know, I mean, there may be underdog winners, but just not ones that are like prior to the game you would think that they'd win. I think I would have to roll with the Marlins as an underdog play.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit tough today. Let's see if those Marlins can go ahead and come through for you. I'm going to mention one that I mentioned yesterday, and I liked them, but I didn't like Taylor Hearn on the mound. Well, they don't have Hearn on the mound. I like the Rangers. We talked about it yesterday. They got the better bullpen right now than the Astros. No big surprise when it got into a bullpen game yesterday. Which bullpen won? It was the Rangers. They got the better bullpen, folks. Their offense is right there with the Astros. This isn't an Astros team that is, just scoring at will. They're struggling. They couldn't do anything yesterday against that Rangers bullpen. They roughed up Hearn, and then it dried up on them. So I think the Rangers are a good play today. We don't have Hearn on the mound, so there's nothing to be really too scared of. Got the advantages we talked about yesterday, so I think the Rangers could be a nice underdog play for everybody looking out there. Let's go ahead and give them some hitting props. We do that in the 5th inning called Keep Swinging. Did you have some guys that you're going to tail or fade today?
One of each, actually. Well, I have 3. Really,
are you talking squirrel? Are you talking squirrel to squirrel? What do you got going on here in the chat?
Yeah. There's a squirrel in the chat.
There's a squirrel in the chat.
There's a squirrel in the chat. Yeah.
I was wondering what all that little was over there. You and the squirrel going at it. Chatter. You got the squirrel chatter in the background. That's all I hear.
That's pretty good. No, I have 2 that I actually have lines on, and then the third guy didn't have a line. So I would like to give him an honorable mention without a line. So the first guy, and I was talking about the Marlins against Zach Eflin and vice versa in that game. The guy that I came up with to go over 1.5 total bases was Jesus Aguilar. The thing about him is that he's a big man, right? I mean, without knowing his actual height and weight, I'd have to say he's like 6'4", 6'5", 230 or something. I mean, he just looks massive. The type of guy that, is just a power hitter. So you're going to easily cash this if you get a home run, obviously. But because he's a big man, I feel like it would be harder for him to get to second base, right? The mobility you're not going to get like a Byron Buxton or something where he's just going to be speedy to like get to second. So it may come in the form of two singles, but either way, to avoid the juice of him simply just getting a hit, which I think is pretty high. He's got 7 hits on Zach Eflin at 15 at bats, so nearly batting 500 on him. A couple of doubles in there, and mostly just single base shots. But what was the juice? Oh, I wrote down 1.5 and I didn't write the juice. My bad. I will find that. Go ahead and talk about your guy while I look for the juice.
I knew exactly who you were talking about, and you're being awfully kind to that guy. He weighs 277. That's a big boy. I know who you're talking of. That's the big bat in that lineup right there. So
yeah, plus 140 for that over 1.5.
I'm going to go ahead and give you guys 3 guys, and I used these on a free roll today. You guys know what that means. I used my little arbitrage money. I took 3 guys today to get a hit. I think all these guys can come through for us. First one's going to be Joey Votto. Oh, going to Zach Davies. Why, he's terrible. 13 for 35 against Zach Davies. 2 doubles, 2 home runs. Look for Votto to get at least 1 hit. Look for Harold Castro there of the Detroit Tigers. He's 10 for 23 against Dylan Cease. 2 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run. Like Castro to go ahead and get a hit today. And then the third guy we're going to drop in this parlay is Chi-Man Chu. There are the Tampa Bay Rays. 10 for 25 against Choi. 10 for 25 against Garrett Cole with 4 home runs. We got the short porch there at Yankee Stadium. Got Gary Cole and the stick-it stuff. I think those 3 guys will give you a hit. Let's see. What did I get that parlay at? I got that parlay for those 3 guys. Hold on. I get it for you guys. Plus 322 for those 3 guys to get a hit. They're going to get it done. Let's go ahead and get it. All right, 6th inning, we call it a steal. What's on the board there, Squirrel? What's a steal, man?
Well, my other batting prop.
Okay, sweet. I like it.
Manuel Margot of the Tampa Bay Rays against Garrett Cole has 29 at-bats and only 4 hits. So he's hitting a 138 against Garrett Cole. And we know that the Rays' bats haven't been great. Reason I didn't go against him. I mean, I don't feel like I really trust Garrett Cole after that Twins game, but the Twins' stats offensively are so significantly better than the Rays anyway. So hopefully don't expect a repeat, but that is under a hit is a massive plus 170. So, I mean, even if it was some beer money that you put on there or something, I think worth a shot at it. Another guy to go under it, the hit or base total that didn't have a line on it yet, or there were no props out at the time I was looking, was Kevin Newman of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Let's see what the...
Well, I think they're in a doubleheader, so you have to
this would be the second game, by the way. The second game against Miles McCollus. So the nighttime game, not this early one in the afternoon. 18 at-bats, only 3 hits there. So another low average of 167 for Kevin Newman.
Okay, all right. I'm going to go ahead and give out a NRFI here in my steal. Gotten yesterday's NRFI right. How about that square bet there on the day yesterday between the Marlins and Phillies? That was an easy one. Let's see if we can get another easy NRFI cash today. What about White Sox and Tigers? That's the one I'm going to look for at minus 134 over on BetUS. Got Dylan Cease on the mound. He's had 6 runs in 12 starts, 3 home runs, 19 Ks. So don't like to see all those home runs, but boy, if he can just keep the ball in the ballpark. especially against this Tigers team that is obviously struggling versus right-handed pitching. I think he can get the job done. You got Hutchison there on the mound there for Detroit. Look, this is just a good bullpen team. He's essentially a bullpen arm. He's going to go maybe 2 innings, maybe 3 innings max. He's not going very far. I think probably a couple innings. So look for him to stay clean in the first inning. Both of these offenses are bottom 10 right now versus right-handed pitching, and they rank 21st and 29th in the league in runs scored in the first innings. Wow, that to me is going to be the best nerf of the day. Let's see if we can hit another one and start this week off 2-0 on Nerfies. 7th inning, coming to a stretch. We got to give these guys our best bet of the day. Squirrel, what's your
I
best
didn't even
bet?
get my steal. Holy shit. You're skipping my stuff all over the place today, man.
My bad.
What's going on?
Go back. Hold on. Back up the
no,
graphics. All right, what's your steal?
Not to repeat myself, but now that you've mentioned it, I really do think it is absolutely. I would call it a steal to take the Baltimore Orioles with really the second worst bullpen and the Toronto Blue Jays with that number one offense leading me to have to think that there's going to be an over 9.
Yes.
So at the expense of repeating games we've already talked about, I would call that a steal and hop on it with you. I really like that pick by you. So good job there on finding that one.
Choo choo! Time to start tailing,
okay, what's
baby.
your best bet?
We're coming.
Skip it,
What's my best bet? What was my best bet yesterday?
Was it the Royals?
No, that was a cash, but it was not.
I don't
Best
remember.
bet yesterday was that Reds team total. Let's go. Told you every game this series we're going to be on the over in some fashion. We're just going to go right back to the Reds. They're the ones I really trust. They have the offense that's in the top 10 where the Diamondbacks are in the bottom 10. So I love the over in this series. We're going to focus on the Reds team total over 4 at -105. So Reds team total over 4 at -105. We can get the push. Reds are going up against Zach Davies. Zach Davies faced these Reds last time out. How did that work for us yesterday? What did Merrill Kelly do? Killed the Reds last time out, faced them again yesterday, and got rocked. We know the scenario. We know how it favors the hitters. Zach Davies was trash last time. He's going to be trash again this time. And then that Diamondbacks bullpen. Let me give you guys these numbers again because they're so atrocious. I gave them to you yesterday. I want to give them to you again. 27th in home runs per 9, 29th in BABIP, 28th in ERA, 25th in FIP, 27th in WHIP, 20th in on opponent's batting average. That's poo-poo on a stick. That's over 4 runs, and that's a cash at -105, so get on it, folks. That's your best bet of the day. It's that Reds team total. All right, 8th inning, double play. I know you got a parlay for these people. Give these guys a winning parlay, Squirrel. Come on, give them a winner.
Bro,
What's
my best bet was the Reds, Red Sox, by the way.
Oh, I skipped your best bet. I'm skipping all your winners, apparently, man. My bad. You're on fire, and I'm
Dog,
skipping your winners.
all morning, man.
All right, what was it?
Yeah.
My bad. It was the Reds, or Red Sox?
The Red Sox, yeah, the run line that I talked about in the second inning. So yeah, I'm just repeating all my stuff, but we're just gonna skip them, so it's all good. Yeah. Parlay, I didn't really. This was the only thing I don't think I actually finished. So let me see. Well, can we do we'll do like a money line parlay. We'll say the Red Sox for sure because I'm so heavily on that one.
Okay.
And dude, I don't know. Can't you just take like a double -200? Go with the Blue Jays. Just plus 180, plus 118.
All right, so
Okay.
a Red Sox Blue Jays money line parlay for you. I like those Red Sox. I'm going to go ahead and drop them in my parlay. I'm going to parlay them with the Guardians. I saw a comment scroll through that somebody thinks the Rockies are a dog of the day. Don't see it. Senzatella's on the mound. Love fading this bum. I just couldn't find a way to fade him directly. His strikeouts was at 2.5. His hits was at 6.5. I mean, things that could happen, but I don't want to back it. But I think the Guardians can get it done with Bieber on the mound. Look, I expect the Rockies to score a run. They're at home. They're always going to score runs at home. But if you're saying the Rockies can score runs because they're at home, well, hell, these Guardians should going up against Senzatella. And then bullpen advantage. Don't even talk to me about who's got the bullpen edge. It's huge for these Guardians. So give me the better starter. Give me the better offense. Give me the better bullpen. Check, check, check. It's plus 133 for your Guardians and Red Sox. We'll take it. All right, closer. Let's give these guys our official bets, and let's run through all these games. I kind of want to talk about some of these. I haven't talked about this Royals-Giants game. I want to talk about that game. There's another one, obviously, a couple other ones I want to talk about. So let's get these guys your bets. You're on that Red Sox run line. Then you said there's some other things at Hockey Squirrel?
Yeah, just 3 bets total today, so two additional that are actually official. And now with the one-day card, you can pick them up for only $5 if you're interested. I have a weekly package for $4 per day, so it'd be $28, or a monthly package for $59, so basically $2 a day. So it's kind of the pricing. I don't know. Whatever you call it.
It's a two-stop shop after this show. It's hockeysquirrel.com and BetUS. Go over there and get it, fellas. Yeah. All right, let me go ahead and run through my bets. I've got that Reds team total over 4 runs at -105. Orioles and Blue Jays over 9 at plus money. Padres F5 run line at plus money. Guardians and Red Sox. That's going to be a great parlay for you guys at plus 133. And Trevor Rogers, he's not going to do it to us again. This time he's going to respect our cash and bring it home to us at plus 105 by staying under 5.5 strikeouts. Let me go ahead and pull up BetUS. We call it rapid fire. We'll talk about all these games from Moneyline, run line, and over-under perspective. These are the live lines over on BetUS. We've got one day game. It's between the Pirates and Cardinals, over-under of 9.5. Pirates are at plus 145. Cardinals are at minus 165. I'm going to take the...
Can we skip this game?
I'm taking the over. I actually think the Pirates may win this game. We all know underdogs runs. I like the Pirates. Give me over 9.5. But I'm not actually betting the Pirates. I'll take the over instead.
Okay, can I go another half unit on the Pirates like I did yesterday?
Yeah, you can. Yes, you can do that. It's not Mitch Keller. I'm not going to talk smack. I'm not going to talk.
You think they win?
I'm not going to talk smack this time. Yeah, because Mitch Keller's out.
Right.
I like it. They can do it. Brubaker. All right, Rays. All right, let's get in the nightcap here. Rays, Yankees. Who's going to go ahead and back Garrett Cole after that disastrous outing last time against the Twins? Oh, my God. Kluber's on the mound. This one could be low scoring. Over-under of 8. Rays at plus 190. Yankees at minus 235. I can't go against the Yankees. Best team in baseball. Hot right now. So I would – oh, man. I'm taking Rays plus 1.5 at minus 110. Taking Rays run line. They may pull out the win or they won't get blown out, I don't think. Not with Kluber on the mound. What you thinking, Squirrel?
If you're leaning an under, I don't know. For some weird-ass reason, I feel like the over 8. Just with the Yankees' ability to put up runs, really. I don't know if I trust in Cole yet. And especially, I mean, this goes back to last year with the end of that sticky substance deal. To me, has not been Garrett Cole. I don't know. Anytime I happen to watch him, it's just not quite the same anymore.
All right, so over 8 for you and a Rays run line for me. Braves Nationals are up next. You've got over-under of 9. Braves minus 250. Nationals plus 200. I think the Braves are a parlay piece. Just like they beat them up yesterday. They
Absolutely there, yeah. I mean, and not even the run line. I mean, there's no way I'm paying minus 150 for this. But otherwise, if you had to play a total, I guess, I mean, it may be shaping up to be a day of overs for the sense that the Nationals' bats really aren't the problem. It's the bullpen for the Nationals is the issue. So if you're at all expecting the Nationals to even bring in a couple of runs, we can expect the Braves to bring in runs. They've brought in the most runs in the last 2 weeks, and they're going against basically an MLB debut, right? And even if he gets absolutely hammered, which he probably will after the game from getting demolished, whatever's coming in behind him in that bullpen is not going to be very good either. So it's another case in which the Braves may pull it off on their own, honestly, like the Blue Jays yesterday.
Well, I was going to say, and what did we do yesterday when you were talking about this game? I said, just take that Braves team total. Sail to it. That's easy cash. So maybe just back the best team against a crappy bullpen right there. All right, Marlins and Phillies are up next. You're on that Marlins plus 130. I think this is the spot for the Phillies. It's minus 150. I would just do the Phillies at minus 150. I like them today.
Okay,
Orioles and Blue.
I'll take the Marlins.
Orioles and Blue Jays are up next. You've already mentioned how we both like the over. We, of course, both going to like the Blue Jays, I assume, to win, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think you could either parlay the money line, take the run line, or go with the over. But of those options, the over is my favorite with, the bullpens, the money on the Orioles. I think we expect both teams to get runs and drive that one over.
Drive that one over for sure. Athletics and Red Sox, you've mentioned how you're on that Red Sox run line. I'm just going to go ahead and join you on there. I don't know how you get off them. Offense right now is sizzling, as you're only asking to pay even money, minus 110 on BetUS. Yeah, sign me up.
Oh, and you're going against the worst offense in the league currently, and a starter that we know very little about. That I don't expect to do very good.
He's going to send his ass right back to AAA after this game. He's going to get absolutely rocked by this good offense. Brewers and Mets are up next with an over-under of 8. Hauser versus Bassett. Brewers plus 130. Mets minus 150. I'd probably just take the Mets. I love that offense. I love that bullpen. I'd probably just take the Mets. Yeah, give me the Mets.
I'm trying to find it. I don't know if I'm missing that game on my list or something. I might have to refresh. Yeah, I don't have that one on my board for some reason.
Okay, maybe the starters got changed or something and haven't taken it. Let's just move on to the next one then. White Sox and Tigers over under of 7.5. White Sox minus 190. Tigers plus 160. I would do White Sox run line here. Look, both of these offenses are full on struggling. The White Sox bullpen is full on crap. But I think because the Tigers offense is so bad, Cease has a chance to go. He can go 6, he can go 7, maybe he can even touch in an 8th inning. That is how bad the Tigers offense is, and he has overpowering stuff. He should be able to motor through them given how they struggle. Give me the White Sox on the run line at minus 110. If it becomes a bullpen game, though, I will be sweating. That will not be fun. Not with that White Sox
bullpen.
I
don't feel comfortable enough for a run line on this. I just don't. I think there's better games for a run line. Man, I don't know. I was kind of surprised to see the Tigers come out and they put 3 or 4 up early on yesterday. It kind of surprised me. So I was a little nervous about halfway through before the Sox kind of started taking off and put up 7, 8, 9 runs. I don't know. 7.5 almost feels a little bit low for what I saw yesterday. But again, I would expect Cease to be the better of the two here.
Oh yeah.
So I guess, if I had to, I don't feel comfortable on a run line, but I guess I would otherwise maybe try to get 8 runs. Maybe I'll go with the over.
Over. That was one of your good cashes yesterday, right? White Sox money line?
The White Sox money line was, but it was only minus 130 instead of a minus 190. So
sounds like a winner to me. All right, what about game 2 here between the Pirates and Cardinals with an over-under of 9? Pirates are again dogs at plus 175. Cardinals minus 210. This is the game because they've got, Cardinals are winning game 2 for sure. I'll do Cardinals run line on game 2.
I would too. Yep, 100%.
All right, what are you going to do between these Astros and Rangers with an over-under of 8.5? Astros minus 125. Rangers are at plus 105 on BetUS. What are you doing with that?
Does this not beg the question, why the hell are the Astros minus 125 to you? Like, does that seem weird?
Oh, they're trying to suck you. They're trying to get you in off the names and trying to ignore the stats. Like the Rangers won yesterday. Like the Rangers had the advantages. That's why they want you to bet those Astros.
They do. 70% of the money on the Rangers, 19% of the tickets. All the sharps are on Texas. So stay the hell away from the Astros today. Back the Rangers if you're going to do it on a trap line.
Yeah, otherwise just stay away. But the Rangers are nothing. Obviously, I already gave out the Rangers. I like them. Padres and Cubs are up next. I like the Padres at minus 140. Cubs are at plus 120 with an over-under of 10.5. We did get a comment. Somebody said the wind was blowing out, so that should certainly lead to some runs there. But I like the Padres. I would pay the minus 140 today.
Yeah, I mentioned that other than the fact that there's a 13-mile-an-hour wind blowing out, but still, I would have to hop on under 11.
You're under 11? You're going to jump on it? All right. I like it. Let's go ahead and move over to the Guardians and Rockies. Guardians minus 165. Rockies plus 145 with an over-under of 11. Bieber versus Senzatella. Obviously, I like the Guardians. I think there's going to be runs. It's in Colorado. There's always runs. Probably just play over 11 if you don't want to pick a side. Over 11.
Of the 2 games that are at 11, this is the one I would do the over at altitude.
At the altitude, yeah. All right. Like that right there. Let's go ahead and move it along now to Reds and Diamondbacks. We got an over-under of 9. Reds are at even money. Diamondbacks are minus 120. What? I'm taking the Reds at even money. If I had to pick a winner, definitely taking the Reds. Got a huge starter advantage. But I would also take over a 9. Wow. That series is going to have runs. What are you doing there between the Reds and the Diamondbacks?
Not real sure. I think this was another kind of conflicting game where when I looked at the stats and I looked at, other surrounding factors that didn't really make sense as to. I don't know. I never really got on a side. I just kind of skipped over the game, to be honest with you. It's just nothing I really even want anything to do with.
Here's an interesting one for you here between the Royals and Giants. Over under of 8. Royals plus 210. Giants minus 260. What are you doing with that one?
I don't know. It's a tough one, right? Because you have a team that's a minus 260 that really hasn't been hitting the ball. I mean, as you already talked about, I think it was against right-handers. You said they were last, right? That was your trivia question.
They're better versus left-handers, but it's not like a lot better. They're middle of the pack
Right.
as opposed to bottom. They're better. Bubic is terrible, though. Bubic is terrible.
Oh, my God. Dude, the guy has a 9 ERA.
He's absolutely terrible. Logan Webb now he snapped his home win streak. I think he's now 18-1 in his last 19 home starts.
Yeah. Wow. I wonder how many of those would be run line cashes then for him.
Yeah, because that's what you're going to need at minus 260. Yeah.
Right. So I guess a Giants run line, I mean, they're the worst bullpen in the entire league, and their record's horrible. I think they're 20-40 overall.
So you like the Giants run line?
I would say so.
All right, I'll join you there. I was between
despite the struggles of the bats, but I mean, if there's a spot to rejuvenate the Giants,
it's Bubic.
I would have to think against a dude with a 9 ERA would be probably the spot to do it.
That's right. All right, what about these Angels taking on the Dodgers? Battle of L.A. over under of 8.5. Angels plus 170. Dodgers minus 200. I would do that Dodgers run line at even money. I will tell you here, we've got Noah Syndergaard on the mound. Anybody going to take anybody to steal a base? You can get, I've got it written down here yet. I haven't decided if I'm going to bet it. You can get Mookie Betts at plus 390 to steal a base, or you can get Trey Turner at plus 325. Everybody knows why I'm mentioning that. Nobody gives up more stolen bases in the AL than Noah Syndergaard. Anybody going to do Betts or Turner today? I'm doing Dodgers run line. What about for you, man?
Would you hate an under in this game?
Under 8.5. Yeah, you could do it under in that game. That seems fair.
I don't mind it. That's what I'd go with.
I think you can get a 5-2 Dodgers win. 5-2. Actually, go ahead and get in that correct score right now. 5-2. 5-unit play. It's a max play.
And
5
then
units.
parlay that with like 9 other things.
Oh, of course, better. All right, what about this last game of the day? I like that Giants F5. That's a great bet right there. Just take the bullpens out of it. Good job, Tito. Like that Dodgers F5 plus money. Like that as well. Love that. All right, let's do this. Twins Mariners. Last game we got an over under of 7. Joe Ryan versus Logan Gilbert. Man, this game kind of has low scoring written on it. Twins even money. Mariners minus 120. I mean, the Twins. I'm taking. If you're going to give me the Twins at even money, I've already done the research. I know there's a lot of similarities. Twins have the offensive advantage. I'm taking the Twins at even money.
Yeah, I would too. And to add to that, at least there's other sharps that I at least have respect for that I listen to or watch or at least get info from and whatnot. And the play here would be the Twins according to other sharps at least that I know for a fact are profitable and whatnot. So that was a big play today that I heard from down the line. So
all right, sweet. Well, that'll do it here, guys, for the Tuesday edition of Payoff Pitch. Let's keep having another great day, just like we did yesterday. Both of us helped put money in your pocket, and we'll do another trivia here in the very new soon. I want to keep thanking you guys for the great support that you guys do each and every single day. You guys make it fun. Come on back for Hump Day, Wednesday edition here of Payoff Pitch. Enjoy your Tuesday. See you, everyone.
Absolutely. See you later.